What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome to Blade XLORD. This is a brand new action RPG that, believe it or not, is brought to you by some director level staff members that brought you such titles as Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger, Star Ocean 4, Last Claudia, Brave EXVIUS. Do I have your attention? Are you hyped now? Are you hyped? All right, let me bring it back down. So let's go ahead and get started, as we always do, starting off with the heroes that you can collect. Now, here are all the heroes that I've collected thus far. Here is Ride. He is your main character. Here is his 3D art as well. And I've got to say the 3D art is nice and detailed. I like the 2D art. I like the 3D art. We'll go through a couple more here. Here is Meryl here, looking good in her 2D art and looking even better in her 3D art. Nice detail, good design. I'm all here for it. So when it comes to the character perspective of this game, I gotta say they did a really good job. Even on characters like this, he looks pretty good. I gotta say, I can't lie. Man looks good. Here is Fianna. This is a character that you get for free after completing Chapter 2. A little less detail on this 3D combat model, but still a pretty good looking character. This game will easily get my FG3000 stamp of approval when it comes to heroes that you can collect, especially based off the characters that I have already collected in that thumbnail, which I'm sure is on the video right now. So let's go ahead and jump on over into combat. Here we are inside combat, but before we actually do that, here is the world map. If you played games like Last Claudia, this should look very familiar. And like I said earlier, one of the directors used to work on Last Claudia is working on this game. So just like in Last Claudia, as you guys can see, there's little hidden treasure chests on the map that you can grab. Look at that. I got some gold summoning tickets. I'll take them. There's more over here. Check this out. So I always like that. That's cool. I liked it in Last Claudia. I like it here as well. So let's actually jump into combat here so I can kind of show you what this game is all about. In this game, the story segments do not cost you any stamina whatsoever. So in theory, you can play this game for as long as you want, as long as you have the power to complete the said story stage. You only have to use stamina when you're doing like other stages, which, you know, drop resource materials and things like that. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Here's a squad that we're going in combat with. Here are all my heroes as well as some of their gear. And as you guys can see, there are multiple different gear slots that represent different weapons and accessories. I'm also going to bring some heal potions here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Blade XLORD, huh? That's the name. That's the name. I mean, like I've heard of this game before it came out, but when I heard the name Blade XLORD, I was not hyped. I was like, that don't sound good. But actually, believe it or not, gameplay wise, the game is actually pretty solid. All right, let's turn off autoplay real quick. Now you have a few different options here in combat. As you can see, it is action RPG-ish. So here's my little main character. Ah, come on, girls. You're too strong. So at any time, if I want to get close to an enemy, I can just double tap it. They will run basically towards the enemy in question. I can kind of get behind the enemy and do some flanking damage. That also does more damage there. The game, as far as auto attacks, the game will do automatically for you. But as you guys can see, here are my actual skills here. And once again, once we get to the next fight here, I'll kind of show you more of the skills. Dash over there and start kind of spamming my skills there, doing damage. Obviously, some characters are going to have a little bit more intricacies to the combat as far as like setting up debuffs, heals, taunts, things of that nature. But the main character is pretty straightforward. So it looks like we're almost to a little boss encounter here as well. So I'm going to kind of do the same exact thing. Dash forward. Maybe kind of get behind you here. The bosses also have like a break bar here. So the more abilities that I spam on the boss, the higher the break bar goes. Once the break bar is full, you stun the boss and then you can do really, really good damage. The main character also has this ultimate gauge that builds up. Once it builds up, it's kind of like this fever time. That's the best way I can describe it, where you can just kind of spam your abilities with very short cooldown. So that's pretty cool as well. You also have this additional bar here. As you guys can see, there's a number corresponding to these numbers here. So once I built up 4, for example, I can then use this character's ultimate. And that's going to do some pretty good damage there. We're getting pretty close to the break. And I do like I said, I actually like the combat quite a bit. It reminds me a little bit of Star Ocean, but with more control. You can also kind of, well, this is my heal potions here. You can also direct your team members as well to focus the hold back or to assemble. Kind of get behind you once again. The soundtrack, the story, I've been very impressed with thus far. I mean, the soundtrack was just like, really like single player RPG-ness. Ah, come on, what happened? Did it just crash? All right, so quick crash, but we are back in action, and this is actually okay because I do also want to show you what autoplay is all about as well. So as you guys can see, the autoplay does a pretty decent job of trying to flank the enemy. Once again, they're going to use pretty much all of your abilities on cooldown, but like I said, if your character in question has a little bit more intricate build-up, like let's say they need to set up a debuff or something like that before they need to do an attack at full damage, the autoplay is not really going to do a good job there. It's really just kind of just spamming the abilities once they're off of cooldown for the most part. So very, very good. Easy claps here as we get ourselves back up to the main boss. But I will say that the autoplay is pretty competent. I'm not sure if I just got really lucky, but there was this one instance where I was fighting a boss and then there were some ads there that were just being super annoying. And my entire team focused on the ads before they went to the boss. I'm not sure if that was a fluke or anything or if that was built into the AI, but the autoplay AI is pretty decent. So we'll go ahead and just beat up on this little crab boss once again. And I'll show you a different ultimate here in a second. We'll just use this one. This is kind of like a shield. Little damage barrier there. And we're getting very, very close to the main character's ultimate attack. And hopefully we can kind of do that so I can show you. Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job on this boss here. The game does have elemental weaknesses and advantages, so you can definitely build a team to specifically counter this boss if you need to. And here we are. We're about to go off. The boss is broken, as you guys can see, so it's really easy to just kind of spam damage on him and just completely wail on him until he's dead. So there you go. There is combat here in the world of Blade XLORD. I'm sorry, that name. All right, so there you go. Just like in any game, you're gonna get some EXP there, get some loot, etc., etc. So we'll go ahead and get out of here. Thank you very much. Oh, we got a brand new party member as well. So the game has been pretty, I will say the game has been pretty nice as far as like giving me characters. The reroll process in this game is so effortless. Like literally, the reroll process is within seconds. You can just easily reroll in this game. They've already given us 2 free characters as well. So once again, gameplay wise, I am totally fine with this game, believe it or not. Over here in the overworld, you also have the tried and true dispatch mode here as well. Send your characters out on missions. They come back in a few hours with goodies, summoning tickets, stamina, currency, etc., etc. But that is kind of like the overworld map, right? You got your different stages. You're going to go from stage to stage to stage, completing the story. And then once you get to a certain point and you want to just kind of farm currency, or you want to farm gear, you want to farm resources, you can always do that on some of these loopable stages. So check this out. This stage over here is called loopable. As you guys can see, it's going to cost you 5 or 6 stamina in order to run this. And once you do, you're going to get this nice little pop-up window, which will allow you to burn energy potions if you want. You can set how many loops you wanted to do. And you can basically go to work, go to sleep, and have the game grind for you with no problems whatsoever. No VIP or anything like that required. It's just built into the game. Thank you very much, Blade XLORD. So let's make our way back over here to the home screen. So here we are back in the home screen, and now this is where I kind of, wait, I'm not ready to bring it down just yet. I'll bring it down here in a second. Right now there is this thing over here called the Knight's Order. They're inactive right now, and I think, and I have seen this before in other games, sometimes when a game first launches, they don't want to have like PvP and competitive things open on day one. They want to give people time to get acclimated to the game before they open those up. I assume that's what's happening here, but I have no facts to back that up. But when I see things like Knight's badges and things of that nature, it feels like maybe there's something PvP here or some type of competitive nature, but both of these are inactive at the moment, so more to come on that. You do have an event tab over here as well. This is kind of show you some more quests that you can auto loop that we just talked about there. You also have the day of the week quests, so there's going to be certain things here that are unlocked on certain days to give you even more sought after upgrade materials. So pretty straightforward there. And then you also have Brave Story, which allows you to get a little bit closer to your teammates here, learn more about them. You're going to get currency, and you're also going to build up bonds with them as well. So that's what's in the game currently. There's also guilds in the game as well called Knights League. And it doesn't cost you anything. It costs you no currency, no in-game currency, no cash out currency. You can just make a guild. Anyone can make a guild in this game. Not much to say about this just yet, but it looks like there's a race. Like this is literally a finish line. So some type of event that involves racing in some way is involved in guilds. So be on the lookout for that as well. So overall, game's not bad, right? Got cool characters, cool design on the 2D art as well as the 3D art. I like the action RPG combat. I like the last CLOUDIA style map. I like the auto repeat. I like the soundtrack. I'm digging the story so far. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about monetization over here in the summoning section. Now in this game, in order to do a multi-pull, you need 1,000 of either the free-to-play currency or the paid currency. And as you guys can see right now in the game, there are quite a few paid banners here. So this first one right over here is going to be diamonds only. This one right over here, which really gets me, this female unit summon right over here. You can do this one 4 times. Once again, diamonds only, but they're not discriminating. You got a male only summoning banner here as well, paid diamonds, weapon banner, paid diamonds. But once you get way down here, you do have the opportunity to use your free-to-play currency to do some summons. So it's going to be one of those games like we always kind of talk about. Free-to-play currency and paid currency is separated, and it also seems like the better banners, the more guaranteed banners, are all going to be paid currency only. So once you go down here, here's your free-to-play banner here. Once again, that you can use your free-to-play currency on there. So that's the breakdown on the monetization and the economy of the game. So while we're here, let's go ahead and just do a multi-summon on this banner right over here. Once again, stones held, diamonds held. Let's go ahead and use our free-to-play stones. And then after this summon, I'll go ahead and let the full animation play out here. Uh-oh, someone's doing a little something special there. I don't know if I've seen that rainbow. Okay. And we do actually have a nice little rainbow there at the bottom. So this is going to be one of those games that, once again, you have heroes and weapons that are in shared banners, but there are banners that are just weapons only. So maybe in the future, they might make banners that are character only. That's definitely something possible they can probably do. And then here is, well, he looks kind of cool. I mean, he's still kind of cool. I'm probably not going to use him. But there you go. That is a summoning session there. Now, one thing that's very confusing that I looked at, and as far as I can tell, so check this out. When you go over here, so like I said before, it does run you 1,000 diamonds to do a multi-pull. If you go in here and you buy 1,000 diamonds, it does have a differentiation between the paid and the free. But I have confirmed with people in my Discord that if you buy this package here, for example, $14.99, you get these 1,000 diamonds. All 1,000 of these diamonds can be used for a summoning banner. So it doesn't screw you over because some of it's free and some of it's paid. That's not the case. If you buy 1,000 diamonds, even down here, check this out. 1,000 diamonds here. This is kind of like the standard cost of a multi-pull is $24.99. You go in here. Once again, it shows you paid and free. But as long as you have these blue diamonds here, as long as you have these, you can go into one of these summoning banners and actually use it. And I'm tempted, you know what? For the sake of the YouTube, well, let's go ahead and make this happen. Right here, live, let's go. This is also to make up for the previous video. Only a few people saw that one. All right. So I got 1,000 gems here. I'm on the guaranteed female banner, 1,000 held. You saw just a second ago that some of them are called paid, some of them are called free, but none of that matters when it comes to actually summoning. So there you go. The game got $14 out of me because I said the wrong thing in the first video, but there you have it. All right. And let's see. Once again, we got the guy there blowing up the crystal. And oh, wow. Game is really trying to get me to stick around. All right, couple of SR weapons here. Weapons are going to be weapons. I got a really, all right, well, that's a cool weapon. I guess it's going to be a specialty weapon for a certain character maybe. Wow, I just got a bunch of weapons. Where's my guaranteed waifu? You guys know FG's taste in waifus. This ain't it. I mean, I'll take her, but what? I got a dude. There shouldn't be any dudes on the waifu banner. Man, I got bamboozled. I want my money back. I'm just joking. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You also get a little bit of Stardust medals as well. As you do summons in this game, you'll build up that currency, and then you can turn around and use that currency to level up your character. So that is that. Gonna go ahead and hit that auto set. Let's see which character. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, buddy. Sorry to break it to you. Let's go ahead and put this hot waifu in there instead. And now it is time for me to re-begin my journey here in the world of Blade XLORD. Last thing that we need to show off here is kind of upgrading units. Is very straightforward. There are these little EXP books that you can use to upgrade your units. Once again, very easy quality of life. You just hit auto, automatically grabs the books, level up your character. Very straightforward. As you level up, you'll also unlock different weapon slots as well. As far as upgrading your weapons, once again, very, very straightforward. The game, once again, has some decent quality of life. You basically just hit auto. It's going to take everything that's rare or less, pump it into your weapon. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There you go. Easy stuff there. So far when it comes to like the quality of life, the streamlining, the game makes it really easy to get what you need done. So I definitely appreciate that. The only grievance I would say is the mix between the paid and the free currency. But if that doesn't bother you too much, not a bad game. Not a bad game at all. I'm definitely going to stick around for a little bit to kind of see what else this game has in store. I want to see what these events are all about. I want to see what those guild races are. I hear there's like some boss style content after you complete chapter 20. So I'm definitely here for it. Definitely want to check it out. That will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, my name is FG3000. This has been a look at Blade X Lord, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.